Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. Whoa, the new logo there on the bottom, fyntv.com. I like that. That's our new logo, our new brand. Excited to get that launched this morning, right in the bottom of the corner. It's that simple, fyntv.com. That's how you watch the show. 706-889-9700, and there are all the ways to follow us on social media. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I like that logo down the bottom. Way to go. Looks good. All right, folks. Wait a minute. Let me turn this off. Don't need it tweeting while we're talking. Before we get into some national issues, obviously, impeachment inquiry, and the details on the rules of impeachment. Wow. All the above. Next Tuesday in your local area, go vote. Okay? Please go vote. Vote for the candidate of your choice. Vote for the candidate that has given you the most information about themselves. That's what I'm saying. That's up to you to judge that. It's not up to a network. Now, this is an opinion show. It definitely is. From 8 to 10, Monday through Thursday. Friday, we switch it up. We do a little variety outside of no song and dance. We really don't do much song and dance on Friday, but we do a lot of different things on Friday to just end the week on a high note and have some fun. But Monday through Thursday, this is a direct 2 hours a day opinion show with your host, BKP. So I'm very clear on that. But when it comes to the election Tuesday, I don't endorse. I don't want to say never. I have come on this show and fully endorsed, 7 days a week I fully endorsed the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. I do support the President, and I will. Now, that would not mean that what you would want to say fair. I can't stand the word fair. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. But if I was to get the opportunity to interview a Democrat candidate for president, they would get a fair interview. I would ask Joe Biden why the hell he's so damn corrupt and his kids getting $50,000 a month, and how corrupt have they been, and when did it start, and what year, and all the above. I would be fair. That being said, I have a full endorsement for the President of the United States for 2020. And I know now. I better not say that. Because the Never Trumper president, you know who the president of the Never Trumpers of the United States of America, Mitt Romney. And the media loves him. Anyhow, getting back, trying to get this show on track this morning, but next Tuesday's Election Day. And what we do here at fyntv.com, Fetch Your News, we have always tried to bring you the most information to you, the viewer. We try not to step all over the candidate's message. We have a couple questions for candidates that stir some conversation. And we do interviews with every candidate before Election Day. So November 5th is your chance to go vote. Early voting is open here in Georgia until this Friday, all right, next Tuesday. Now for Gilmer County, let me say this and we'll move on. Gilmer County, there is a special election. Post 1 Commissioner Dallas Mueller resigned in Gilmer County, Georgia, and there is a term of just about a year left that 5 candidates have are asking you, the voters, to let them complete. That being said, all right, that is Jason Biggs, Hubert Parker, Dr. Ed Stover, Al Cash, and Jerry Tuso. Now, we invited all 5 candidates to sit down and do an average of a 30-minute interview. One interview is 26 minutes. One interview is 32. We try to stay in the average of about a 30-minute interview with all the candidates. We will air, they're on YouTube now, but we will air them live. So if you're on this show at 10 o'clock, we're going to take a brief commercial break and come right back, and we're going to air 3 interviews from yesterday. Jason Biggs, Al Cash, and Jerry Tuso. Dr. Ed Stover, for whatever reason, has never returned any of our reporters' phone calls, has never returned any emails or messages, so we have no idea what his platform is, what his reason. Here at FYN, we have no idea what his reason is, why he's running for office. We can't present you any information on this candidate. Now, the other candidate, Hubert Parker, all right, well known from Gilmer County, declined our invitation. He did respond. He did decline. For what reasons, I don't know. I tried to inquire the reasons with Mr. Parker of why he was declining. You see, I just tell you very nicely to everybody, you're not declining me. You're not declining FYNTV.com. You're not speaking to the voters. That's the bottom line. So it's not me. So you did not decline any candidate that does not participate in a debate when we hold them or participate in an interview process. Our interview process is not declining us. It's the voters out there. And it's up to them to question why you didn't do the interview, and it's up to them to accept your reasoning for it. But we don't have any, but Hubert Parker did decline our offer to interview. So what we do, so everybody knows, we close the interview so that way nobody, the 3 candidates that did interview, have no idea what the other candidates said. So that way nobody gets an edge on anything. They all get released at one time. You don't get to watch another candidate's interview and then tailor your questions around the other candidate's questions. We don't do that here. And then once we close the interviews yesterday, if the other 2 candidates call today and say that they've changed their mind, we can't do that. We don't let them watch the interviews and then respond. So there you go. All right, that's enough. It took a lot of time. I'm sorry. We are going to get straight into some national, but at 10 o'clock, stay with us at 10 when we close. All 3 of those interviews are 30 minutes apiece. For the citizens of Gilmer County, and you will be interested in the candidates' answers in our interview. All right, enough said on that. Why did I say enough said on that? Knowing me, there's always one more thing I want to say. Today is Wednesday. That's not what the one more thing I wanted to say. Tomorrow being Thursday, Friday we're up at Circuit World. Yeah, they're still early voting. So after the interviews have all aired, I don't want to talk about any candidates, but I do want to come on and I want to share my opinion tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll do it tomorrow. My opinion on the where Gilmer County's at right now, and some of the issues facing Gilmer County, and the open seat. I'll do that tomorrow morning. All right. One more thing. During the interviews, you're going to find one of my very strong personal opinions in the interviews, all 3. And I do clarify. I look at the camera, I look at the candidates, and I say, this is clearly my opinion. Okay, I think that's it. I think that is it. So let's manufacture something. If we don't have anything, and we're trying to run the news narrative now, and let's just make up something hypothetical and throw it out there and see if all the media will start running it like it's a new crisis that is coming and the sky is falling, Chicken Little. Give me number 2. I'm going to have a hard time doing this show. I'm telling you, I am absolutely in love with that new FYNTV.com logo. That is slick. That is sweet. All right, anyhow. You know I have ADD, right? Is that attention deficit disorder? I got a disorder, all right. Schumer increasingly worried Trump will shut down government over impeachment. Let's throw that government shutdown out there. Let's do it in advance. Let's make the American people think it's already shut down. Let's circulate something that's the furthest thing from the truth. I'm just telling you, it is every bit of it is a coup, a hoax, and an attempt to remove our president, our duly elected president of the United States, from office. Before we get into any of the deep impeachment stuff, let's go to number 41. Here it is, day 10 of Chicago teacher strike. Mayor union leaders meet for hours but cannot reach a deal. I'm telling you, folks, it's crumbling. It's crumbling right before our eyes, okay? This is what makes Democrats shift their pants. Number 5, every day, they're trying to figure out how to keep the impeachment as an alternative to you paying attention to these two guys right here, the Attorney General and John Durham. That makes them shift their pants every day when they see these guys. All right? Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to get upset. Things are changing for this guy right here, number 10. Okay, remember number 10? That's General Flynn. It's going to be tied right back to the origins, and we'll see what happens. This guy here, you got to love it. I do. Where's he at? I have him here somewhere. Remember number 12? Let's go to number 12. Special Counsel Mueller's probe. Guilty, 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 guilty. 6X Trump now indicted. Roger Stone has been indicted. Michael Flynn, guilty. George Papadopoulos, guilty. They were running that this morning because they want you to know they were all found guilty, all next to Trump. But this is getting ready to happen. Hold on a minute. I have it here. I have it right here somewhere. Don't go away. Stay tuned. Next up, number 15. George Papadopoulos announcement soon on my interest in Katie Hill's soon-to-be vacant seat in the 25th District. Now, as you know, I'm not going to tell you anything new this morning. I may tell you some things you're not aware of in the 2 hours, but how the media operates, I'm probably not going to tell this audience anything new. Obviously, they're attacking George Papadopoulos, but there's no discussion now. This was on 2 networks this morning at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. that I was watching. This one happened to be, what does Rush call them? PMS? I think he calls them PMS, NBC. I don't know. That's what Rush says, all right? MSNBC this morning and CNN, they're attacking George Papadopoulos. As I showed you, they did not care to put up this morning right there. You'll see Special Counsel Mueller's probe number 12. Okay. Now, when they're talking about Papadopoulos, you see it's 2:39 in the morning on the Pacific. Right after it's 5:39 in the morning here Eastern time. And they didn't have a problem with putting this graphic up to show Special Counsel Mueller's probe. And this is what they used. You see Papadopoulos in the bottom center there, like America's Most Wanted. This is like the TV show America's Most Wanted. And they wanted you to look like Papadopoulos as the guy guilty had just finished a 3-year sentence. I think it was 14 days. And then what did they do? Right here, number 15. Announcement soon on my interest in Katie Hill's soon-to-be vacant seat on a 25th district. And there's number 16. This is Katie Hill, George Papadopoulos to run for Congress. Now, it's all been set up. There's not a word. It's interesting. This woman, all right, has resigned in the midst of an investigation into her for breaking all the damn rules. You know, playing bounce house right there in the office. Just say it. You know, playing a little grab ass. I don't know, I'm just saying, you know, the old office game, grab ass, she was playing it right there. It happens to be against the rules. But the possibility that George Papadopoulos may run for this open seat because of this disgraced Democrat is totally been switched to George Papadopoulos, one of America's most wanted felons, related to Donald Trump, now seeks to run for Congress. Why? Why is the seat open? I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to get everybody set up, everything set up, and we're going to come back. And I don't know, if it's Wednesday. I'm in the mood to have a little fun. Maybe we'll have a little fun. What say you on the NCAA decision to let athletes profit off their name, likeness, whatever? Let's throw that out there for a little bit. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back after these messages.